a welcoming practice, an acceptance practice. How could we support ourselves? Be kind with ourselves. Notice your breath. Notice your whole body, head to toes. And when we tune into our body, we notice the energy, the sensations, the exterior sensations, like the feeling of clothes on our skin or the air, the muscles on our forehead, and the interior sensations. There's any kind of tightness through the hinges of the jaw, the large muscles of the shoulders and neck and back. And there's the experience of thought. And we notice what it is that's happening. What's the experience that we're having right now? And we notice who it is that's observing. So all these thoughts that go through the mind, the sensations and energy in the body. Who is it that's observing that? And one of the things that we notice when we're doing a kindness practice is the unkindness that's here. And for many people, that's a well established mechanism. And we can understand it in a way when we look back at our childhood, at the things that were going on that were painful or harmful, and that we were trying to get control somehow. And in our culture, there's a pervasive belief in an incorrect solution, which is that if we drive ourselves, that somehow we'll become better, that things will become better. We can fix things. And so, even just hearing those words, we might be reminded of all the times we've done that, or maybe still doing it, there's that voice inside that can be harshly critical, or it can be maybe not so harshly critical, but still very distressed. My life is not the way I want it to be. I need to do something. Something needs to change. And then see if we could pause right there before we go into the action phase, just to notice whatever it is that's coming up for you. Can you sit with that feeling of, my life would be so much better if something was different? Where do you feel that in your body? Where is the energy of that? What are the thoughts around that? And it might be triggered over something like a single event, like yesterday I ate too much. And today I feel that in my body, feel its sluggishness in my mind. And I notice that I'm having these thoughts of, you shouldn't be doing that. What's the matter with you? And then it often spreads out into multiple events. You always do this. We have memories of all the other times comes rushing in. And then we might get into that judgment phase. So before you do, just pull back into the experience that is happening right now. Notice the sensations in your body. What is it that you don't like about this experience in your system right now? Can you be kind or at least neutral? When we overdo something, whether it's we overdo the amount of time we spend with people or the amount of time we spend on the couch watching Netflix or something, or we overdo how much we drink or eat, overdoing something generally has an effect on our body. And after we've done that, we don't really have any choice about the action. So then, how can we be as kind to ourselves as possible now? And not to get into the, well, next time, or you shouldn't have. And we could apply this to so many different experiences. We've said something we wish we hadn't, we've done something we wish we hadn't. And at some point, we could just stop, notice what it feels like in our body and our energy and our mind. What are the thoughts? We accept responsibility. So if we've eaten too much, we're going to feel that in our body. And without moving into that harshness, just to stay with what you actually feel right now. Maybe even have a bit of compassion for yourself. And we can really simplify. Just go back to the feeling in your whole body, head to toes. The exterior, the muscles of your forehead, the interior, the clenching of your teeth, they're down through your neck and shoulders. Maybe that energy in your gut, the feeling of your body moving as you breathe. And as you're watching your mind, notice what's coming and going in your mind. Just for this practice, see if you could let go of any harshness or any unkindness. We actually know that it doesn't work. And yet there's something in us that often keeps trying. It's a pattern, a momentum. We settle, we just pay attention. We're not trying to make it different. Or if we're trying to make it different, then we notice that and see if we could allow that to be here. This is how I feel right now. My body, my breath, my mind. Notice your breath. Notice how the breath can support your attention. If your mind is all over the place, focusing on your breath can be a good anchor. Notice how the belly softens as we breathe out. Notice the whole back of your body. If there's something preventing you from completely relaxing, letting your shoulders drop away from your ears or letting the back of your body be supported by the floor. And bring your attention to that and see if you could let that go. There's often a bracing through the back of our body that limits our relaxation. And is there anything in the way of being kind? It's not that we're approving of our situation or that we think it should be the way it is or shouldn't be the way it is, just to take that step back into neutrality. Well, this actually is how it is. This is how I feel right now. And if there's any suffering there, physical or emotional, mental, could you notice that with some compassion? Hold yourself with some compassion, just as you would with somebody else. A dear friend came to you and said, I drank too much last night and now I feel really sick. Or I feel lonely right now. We would treat them with so much more kindness and compassion than sometimes we're able to offer to ourselves. When we notice that, see if you could open up to that possibility for yourself too. Could you be kind? And what would that feel like in your body? That kindness, the softness, your own compassionate regard. And there might still be a pull into the mind, into regret or recrimination. And anytime you notice that, see if you can stay very mindful so that the second you catch that starting to happen, you stop it. So I don't need to do that right now. I'm already kind of suffering. Why would I want to add to that? Take some breaths, let your body relax. Notice your forehead and eyebrows, your eyes, the whole of your face, your mouth and lips, the interior of your head. Sensation of air as it flows through the nose into the back of the throat. Notice your mouth and jaw, your neck and shoulders, the back of your body, through the back of your head and neck, down through the back of your shoulders, shoulder blades, the mid and lower back, through the back of your legs, the back of your arms. And when you bring your attention down through the front, often what we notice is that there's some tension has come back in. We might have been relaxing the forehead, and now that we notice the forehead again, we notice that it's gotten a little bit more contracted, and then we could let that soften again. Or we might notice that as we're relaxing through the throat and the chest, that there's some energy there. We could put our attention into that for a moment, noticing your stomach area, the belly, your breathing, the front of the arms and hands, the front of the legs and feet, so that your whole body is in your awareness. Let yourself rest here for a moment, allowing your experience to be whatever it is. And notice if that kindness and compassion is a possibility right now, or if you're maybe completely sunk into that, you're allowing all of the cells of your body to bathe in that compassion, to let your mind be full of light and healing. That you're feeling kindly towards yourself. You're going to come out of the practice in a moment. One last chance to be kind, to really focus in on that. What would it be like to just completely immerse yourself in kindness and compassion? Let yourself really feel that. And then when you're ready, open your eyes.